Here to my wonderful viewers, as designed for this part of our tutorial, we were supposed to look at the implementation of data structures, functions, variables, and everything we discussed in this tutorial. So here I created a closed account where you could only deposit and not withdraw. So you get this a small form with bootstrap, and yeah, if you want to know it's bootstrap, it's sort of responsive. Yeah, so once you put a number, it generates the account balance and places it for you, and that way it adds the number to. This is made possible by data structures. Yeah, so if you have a number value that is not a number, simply generates this error, does nothing. And if you generate a mixture of numbers with characters, still generates an error. If you add a number sort only, it generates the number and adds it to the account balance. So this is the source code. I'm not gonna look at the HTML part of it since this is just a structure, but what I want to make clear is I have a div that is empty, and this is where our statements are stored. And now this is where I've divided my code into several sections to increase upgradability in the code. So the more you write code, the more you see the urge of you writing maintainable code, since this code needs to be upgraded by someone that mostly won't be you. So here I have specified my section into 3 parts, and the first part is what I call the BL, the business logic. The second part is where I declare the values I'm going to use, since I'm not using jQuery. And the third part is now where my user interface interacts with my BL, my business interface logic. There's business logic, I mean. So the first function here, this is a constructor function that has states or properties and its methods or behaviors. First state of the account is it has a name, obviously, which I don't use in this part of the tutorial, but I could use it since my code is fully upgradable. So can have this dot name that would simply include the name of the person in here. So 45 generates account balance. Account Collins balance is 45. This behavior is display. It just creates a defined function here. The function just returns a string containing the account name and the balance of the account. I prototype a function that could return the amount plus the added amount. I also prototype a function to check the state of the value of the text box, since the value should be a number and also should be not blank. So yeah, you pass the value, you can pass the value. So when you pass the value that is in the text box, just convert it to an integer so that it can be stored in that value. Here's where I have all my, so this is where this is my text box object in my document object model, and this is my form object. this is the statements object, and this is my account object. So this pretty much just objects. So my first object was account object, and then my form object, my text box object, and so the display object. So the user interface logic is pretty small, just calls on whatever code that is here. So first I did an event listener for my submit button in my form, and prevented the default, which will clear whatever I have in my text box, so that it can still remain until I finish whatever I'm doing. So you could do this in order to clear the form. To clear the text box, you just call on txt mount dot value is equals to a blank value, and then to finish it, so that will just call on that, and you will delete it, and 34 that could go. So this check our state just stores a boolean value, and the boolean value is passed to check the state, and if the state is not a true value, meaning it returned false, it actually throws an error. So it's an uncaught error, so I haven't used the try catch. Let's say it's saying uncaught, and the error says unacceptable values in input field, and if it doesn't throw the error, then meaning it continues with the next statement to be executed. So account or deposit, it deposited a past value of a txt amount value. Later on, just the display this object in a HTML value changes, and it becomes the account or display. So the txt amount is just I've just done it right now. It clears the text box. So this pretty much shows you what was needed, what is needed of you to know as a JavaScript developer. So thanks for watching this tutorial, and if you've liked, subscribe to my videos. Thanks.